Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. Again, I just got done making a couple videos. I want to apologize again for not editing the beginning and the end, but my editing program is out. Someone made a comment on my comment video about I was going to wait a couple weeks to do this because I got a lot of files I'm putting together now on each one of the shots and everything else. But I want to go ahead and make this right now before I get into that. So, I go in more detailed stuff because I'm putting all the evidence in these files on each one of the shots. But I want to make this video here, so I'll just go ahead and answer his comment right now, which he brought up a good, comment. I love this comment, because, he followed my research. He looked at my research. He believes about the gunmen and shelter, but he wanted to know what happened to the rifles, okay, because about distraction shots and stuff, okay. There's a lot of things that we could probably point at what happened, okay. You can buy eyewitness account something, but there's a lot of things that we can look at and see what happened when after they took their shots and how they got rid of the rifles. Because remember, the parking lot, if you look at it, as you see by photographic evidence, two shots came from shelter number 3. We got the fatal headshot coming from the window of the shelter, and then a shot to Governor Collin, which coming from the side of the shelter. Now, when we look at this shelter, which I'm going to zoom in here, okay, after they took the shots, yes, there could have been somebody standing behind the shelter where they could hand the rifles and stuff out through there while everybody's scattering. They could have handed rifles out through there, and they could have placed it in a bag, and they could have stuck it in a trunk or something behind the shelter in the parking lot, as you see here, okay, which we'll zoom in right here, which I'll point up in this location here. Okay, there's windows here. They could have hand out the rifles to somebody, or because basically they were not going to hand it out this way or this way. They're probably, when they took the, excuse me, when we look at the Darnell film, we can see one gunman still taking his aim right here, a shot. We see other gunmen right behind him. Now they could have went ahead over here, hand out the window the 2 rifles to somebody probably was standing here, went over here to the parking lot, you know what I'm saying, which I'm going to go down here. Went over to the parking lot, walked out and put the bag into a trunk or something. Or they could have placed it on their jackets, because if we look at their coats that they had on that day, the tramps, okay, when we look at their jacket, okay, they're pretty nice size long jackets, okay, so they could have probably put the rifles, okay, in their jackets, which I'm gonna move this over here. They're pretty long, so they're, they could have probably broke down the rifles real quick, stuck in the jackets. When they walked off with the crowd and stuff like that, they could have went by somebody, and he could have grabbed it out and thrown it in his trunk real quick and slammed his trunk. And then the 2 tramps could have walked over to the box car where they got in, where they was found later on that day. Okay, there's a lot of things we can look at, or what they could have done with it. Okay, I just want to make this video here. I know it's not going to be a long one, but they could have hid their rifles inside their jackets, okay, and then passed them off to somebody behind the shelter. Okay, when we look at this, they could have passed off to somebody behind the shelter when they were starting, when all the crowds started going up there. They could have walked over to here, hand to somebody as they're going to the box car. They could hand off to anybody, because remember, when it started, a lot of people that's running, they're really not going to pay too much attention, because all they're worried about is getting out of the way of line of fire. So they're going to run up the steps here, and they're going to try to get behind a picket fence area or hide behind the cars and stuff. They're not going to pay too much attention to what's surrounded by their surroundings and stuff, because of all the things that's going on. They could have walked off, and the 2 gunmen could have carried it inside their jackets and kept on walking. Then when they got closer to the boxcar, they could have passed off to somebody between that period of time, and they could have put it in the trunk, and that person could have drove off with it, and they could have just went to the boxcar. Uh, or after they took their shots, they could hand it out a window, and they could have dropped it in a bag to another guy that was behind there, and he could have just walked off and ran off with the rest of the people, because they're not going to pay attention to him, because they were trying to get out of sight. And then the other gunman could have came out and they just walked off with them. So there's a lot of things we can look at, okay, and think of what could have happened. But we know they handed guns off, because we know they didn't have the rifles on them. But we know for a fact that this tramp right here, we know for a fact that this tramp right here, which I'm going to zoom back just a little bit more. On his left lapel, we know there's a butt plate imprint from a rifle. Okay, and his profile does fit the gunman inside this shelter here, which I'm going to point up here. This guy here does line up, which, let me close this one out. Let me open this one up. Close some of these out here. Let's open this up. Okay, but anyway, we know his profile fits this guy right here, and the other tall tramp fits his profile right here. Okay, so yeah, they could have probably put it inside their jacket and walked out. Okay, or they can hand off through the window, or they can hand off as they was going to the boxcar. Okay, and we know that they was the gunman by the profile, as I point out, and by other evidence that I've collected, shows that these were the two tramps. Okay, so don't forget to hit your like button. Don't forget the subscribe button. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Don't forget to share this video. You can share it on Facebook, on Twitter accounts, or any other accounts you can share these videos on. I'm going to make more videos here soon. Like I said, I'm putting together files on each one of the shots. I'm going to cover each one of the shots in the JFK assassination. It's just I want to make a few more videos because I get a chance to make no videos in the past 2 days because I had other things I had to get done because I'm working on movie scripts right along with other books and everything else at the same time as I'm doing research and making my videos. But I want to post some more videos of stuff because, like I said, I don't want to stop this. I want to keep this going. And I want to answer this guy's question because I want people to know that I do go over the comments and I do view what was written and I do understand what's written. And I want to let everybody know that I still continue on. I'm going to answer a lot of questions and stuff. It's just I have to do it in moderate. So I want to thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video. Thank you and have a pleasant day.